Welcome to Writing Our World Scope and Sequence. The objective of this video is to clearly outline for you what the Writing Our World Scope and Sequence of skills is and how to navigate through it with your group of students. Now, there are 49 skills in the Writing Our World Scope and Sequence, and we encourage you to start at skill 1 with all students and teach each skill to mastery. What do we mean by mastery? Well, we encourage you to follow a general rule of thumb that is the 80-80 guideline. What does this mean? We encourage you to wait until 80% of your students are achieving 80% mastery and accuracy on the skill that you've taught them before moving on to the next skill. However, we also encourage you to use your practitioner judgment in those pacing decisions and just use the 80-80 guideline as a general rule. Because at the end of the day, you are going to be the expert on your students and are going to have the best sense on when the right time to move on is. Now, all students start at the sentence level, no matter how old they are or what their skill level is. And then after you ensure that all your students have a solid understanding of single sentences, you're going to take them to sentence expansion to make their sentences more robust, as well as give explicit instruction on how to take abbreviated notes. After those skills are in place, you're going to have a gradual gaining of essential writing tools as expectation in length and rigor increase to eventually get your students to be able to be very confident in producing a single paragraph response and then eventually a multi-paragraph response. Now, the 49 skills are broken into 8 clear objectives. Those objectives include, number 1, question generation and sentence level. Number 2, sentence expansion and abbreviated note-taking. Number 3, the single paragraph outline. Number 4, further development of that single paragraph work to ensure that students are really confident with paragraphs. Number 5, revising and editing a draft, a crucial part of the writing process that sometimes can frequently get missed. Number 6, summarizing, also an incredibly difficult set of skills. Number 7, the multi-paragraph outline, so moving from single paragraphs to multi-paragraphs. And finally, taking a stand, so ensuring that your students know how to use multiple paragraphs to express opinion, pro, con, or argumentative writing. Now, we want to be very clear that the 8 objectives are inspired by the work of the Writing Revolution framework. There is no official partnership between the Writing Revolution or Writing and Writing Our World, and we highly recommend that you purchase this book, attend the Writing Revolution's trainings. They are incredible, and their work is the foundation of this project. So we are so grateful to them and really want to encourage you to seek out their expertise as well, because we believe that that's a crucial piece of being able to implement Writing Our World with confidence. All right, the last point that I want to make is something called the Matthew effect, which you've maybe heard of as an educator. If you haven't, do a quick Google search. But big picture, the Matthew effect is what can happen when students who are struggling to gain mastery of their foundational skills in literacy can start to have a gap widen in their background knowledge and vocabulary because they're not getting as much exposure to text. So while we firmly believe in the value of a clear scope and sequence of skills that are taught to mastery, and we believe this is a crucial part of explicit instruction, we also really value the fact that you have to give students, especially older students, the opportunity to practice their growing foundational written expression skills in grade level content. The Writing Rope, which I mentioned before and I'm going to keep mentioning, again, no official partnership with the Writing Rope, but just huge inspiration for us in this project. Joan Sedita's work is incredible, and she outlines very clearly through the Writing Rope how complex the written expression process is and how vital it is that you teach multiple skills at the same time because they work together to create solid writing. So again, use the scope and sequence of skills as your guide. Use the progress monitoring tools embedded within the curriculum to help you make pacing decisions, looking for that 80-80 guideline, as well as use your practitioner judgment to ensure that students are getting opportunities to practice their growing written expression foundational skills in grade level content. If you have any questions about the scope and sequence of skills, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We would love to talk to you more.